From the Convergence Studio in the School of Communication, this is Loyola News Chicago.
Hello and welcome to Loyola News Chicago. I'm Jessica Reynolds.
And I'm Angie Frazier. Here's the news. Major changes are coming to Loyola's Red Line L Stop. The Loyola Phoenix reports that 5 years of planning includes changes that are set to start in May. The Loyola L Stop is in bad shape with chipping and cracking of the bridge. Loyola and CTA are working together to renovate the station and build a new plaza. These changes include McDonald's and Harris Bank to be relocated after construction. Loyola is giving $3 million from their Capital Improvement Fund. This is non-tuition money. Some Loyola students are unhappy with these changes, while others don't care.
I think that it's unfortunate that the Harris Bank would be leaving. My roommate from last year, he uses Harris, and it was convenient for him. With McDonald's, there's another one down the block, so I'm not really concerned about that. But I looked at the rendering in the Phoenix, and I'm pretty excited about how it will look. I mean, I think it looks nice.
No, I don't go to McDonald's, nor do I take the train. I commute here, so I'm pretty indifferent about that.
Renovations of the entire Red Line are expected for the future. The Loyola L Stop will be open during construction.
Construction is underway on Kenmore Avenue to build 2 new residence halls on the Lakeshore campus. The construction of San Francisco and DeNobili halls closes nearly a block of Kenmore Avenue between Ignatius House and BVM Hall. Loyola Phoenix reports that part of Kenmore Avenue will remain fenced off to pedestrians and traffic until the $100 million project is completed in August 2013. The new residence halls will house 400 freshmen and sophomores and have energy-efficient features. Tuition is going up at Loyola, and that's not all. Earlier this month, the university announced a tuition increase of 2.75%, an increase of 3% in room and board, and activities and fees will increase 5%. Some students we talked to are concerned about how they will pay for school.
And the fact that most of the students' tuition doesn't pay for all the amenities that we receive, so it doesn't surprise me, but I'm sure some students will be heartbroken or have trouble staying here with that increase, but it's expected.
I already have a hard time paying for rent and my tuition, so it is pretty difficult with the tuition increases, to figure out how to juggle all of that and still not stress about school.
Every year I've been here, the tuition has increased, and that's part of the trouble of attending a private university as opposed to going to a public state school. That's part of the burden we all have to bear because they have the right to do that.
The increases will take effect next fall.
A student group has been named one of the best in the nation. The American Medical Student Association's national headquarters has awarded Loyola's chapter for its success in recruiting members and planning events. The Loyola Phoenix reports only 6 schools received national recognition. The group, known on campus as AMSA, hosts educational events for pre-med students throughout the year. These include MCAT preparation sessions, inviting doctors to speak on campus, and tips for getting into med school. Congratulations to AMSA.
Craving coffee? Loyola students return from winter break to find a different coffee provider on campus. Hillary Kenyon reports on the controversy over the coffee switch.
Starbucks coffee is now brewing at all cafes at Loyola. From Connections Center Stage and the Rambler Room cafes on the Lakeshore campus to Nina's Cafe at Water Tower campus, students can fill up their cups with Starbucks brand coffees. Starbucks Coffee replaces Metropolis, a locally owned and operated cafe near the Lakeshore campus. The night before the spring semester started, Metropolis co-owner Tony Dreyfus got a phone call from campus food distributor Aramark telling him Metropolis was no longer Loyola's coffee provider. He was surprised when he learned that change would take place the next day.
And then I became kind of, frankly pissed off about a couple of things. One was that that there was no notice, and we'd built up really a lot of inventory specifically for Loyola.
For the past 5 years, Metropolis did business with Loyola, and the university accounted for 3 to 5% of the total revenue for the small coffee shop on Granville Avenue. Aramark's decision to switch coffee providers has caught the attention of some students.
I don't really like the way that they told Aramark at the last, or Aramark told them at the last, Metropolis at the last minute that they're not going to use them. I feel like that's kind of shoddy business practice on Aramark's part.
An online petition to get Metropolis back on campus is collecting signatures from students across the university. Dreyfus says he has received hundreds of letters, tweets, and phone calls calling for the return of the local business at a Jesuit university that promotes sustainability.
I think whether it's Metropolis or another local provider, because of Loyola's mission, to do good works, it doesn't make any sense to use a really distant roaster that has no direct connection with the community. I mean, Loyola's all about community involvement.
Signs in Loyola's cafes announce Aramark is proud to serve Starbucks coffee. Aramark could not be reached for comment for this story. According to a statement to the Loyola Phoenix from Aramark, the decision came after a student government survey where students expressed interest in using Rambler books at Starbucks. Now students can buy Starbucks coffee at university cafes. But the petition signed by over 385 people indicates not all students are happy about that change. Hillary Kenyon, Loyola News Chicago.
Metropolis co-owner Tony Dreyfus says he hopes Metropolis will be roasting on campus again soon, but until then, the company will still support Loyola clubs through coffee donations.
A Loyola student shows off his smarts on national television.
Salad.
And some earth-friendly activities in unusual places. We'll tell you more when we come back.
And the bees a-buzzing. Alex Ritt.
There are so many fun things we all can do to be healthier, no matter who you are or where you are. So let's move.
Well, here we go.
Let's stretch in the grass.
What a play!
Let's play tag.
Wow, unbelievable.
Let's jump up and down.
Oh, what a way to finish it.
And most of all, let's eat better so that we have the energy we need to play an hour a day, every day.
Everyone can play. Just go to letsmove.gov to learn more.
Water has become a controversial issue at Loyola. Caitlin McMurray reports on the Uncap Loyola campaign and why bottled water could soon be tapped out.
Chicago's tap water from Lake Michigan is among the cleanest drinking water in the country. Here on Loyola's campus, many students are questioning why people are willing to pay to drink something they have access to for free. On December 4th, Loyola's student government endorsed Uncap Loyola's campaign to ban the sale of bottled water here on campus. Co-president of the Student Environmental Alliance, Alex Vecchio, believes bottled water is detrimental for more reasons than the fact that it is made from a plastic bottle.
The bottle itself is only one part of the issue. It's really what's in the bottle that's concerning us more. The fact that this water has come from a community source, they've received no retribution for that, monetarily and otherwise, and it's becoming a privatized good, which we believe should be a public source.
According to the Natural Resources Defense Council, at least 40% of bottled water is tap water. Also, because privatized companies own bottled water, those companies don't have to report anything harmful that may be found in the distributed water.
Because it's a private company, if they find something in the water when they do their testing, they don't have to take action.
Some students don't think banning the sale of bottled water is a good idea. In fact, some have signed a petition against this movement because they see it as taking away a consumer's right to choose.
If somebody wants to buy a bottle of water every now and then, or for convenience's sake, who are we to stop them? Who are we to stop them?
Those against the campaign believe it would be inconvenient for Loyola to stop selling bottled water. However, Loyola has already implemented refill stations so students can quickly refill their own water canteens and will provide more conveniences if this ban is passed. Caitlin McMurray, Loyola News Chicago.
Similar bans have been passed at Seattle University and Washington University in St. Louis. Studies have shown that most students on those campuses are happy with the change.
Think twice before throwing that Coke bottle in the trash. Loyola is collecting as many recyclables as possible for the nationwide Recyclemania competition. The university is competing in the total weight recycled category. Recyclable items include papers, cans, certain plastics, and glass bottles. However, plastic bags, styrofoam, and food-stained items cannot be recycled. Loyola is asking its students to follow all steps of the recycling process, including reduce and reuse. The Recyclemania contest runs until March 31st. Believe it or not, spring is just around the corner. And with the change in the season, some people may be looking to join the sustainable gardening trend. Alex Rich reports on one group that's getting a hard start in the middle of winter.
At the United Church of Rogers Park, up a slick staircase to the roof, Loyola graduate Molly Costello uses a stethoscope to check on some little friends you don't expect to see in the middle of February. Bees.
I think I hear them. So we beekeep primarily for education purposes for the kids so that they can understand the full cycle of food and all of the components that go into it. Every third bite of the food that we as humans take in is, every third bite is from beekeeping, dependent on bees.
She is part of a group called Leading the Energy Transition, Sprouting Green Opportunities, or Let's Go Chicago, which focuses on urban gardening opportunities in the Rogers Park area. The group is looking for new volunteers to keep bees on their property and offer educational opportunities for would-be keepers. Next door to the church, the group also has a garden where they have continued to grow produce in the dead of winter. Although Let's Go is its own organization, it partners with the United Church of Rogers Park on resource sharing and educational programs for children.
I'm an education major, so working on curriculum and teaching kids how to understand how to grow food.
In the back of the house, next to 3 composting bins, is a chicken coop where the group keeps their 3 chickens, McGill, Goose, and Mustang Sally. When spring finally rolls around, the gardens will be green, the chickens producing more eggs, and the bees a-buzzing. Alex Rich, Loyola News, Chicago.
Let's Go is also looking to install a garden on the roof of the United Church of Rogers Park, a change the bees will look forward to.
Mummies are taking over Chicago. The Field Museum is opening a new exhibit this month that features 20 mummies from Egypt and Peru, including one of the oldest in the world. The exhibit allows visitors to see not only the outside of the mummified individuals, but virtually explore the preserved bodies. Scientists have used non-invasive CT scans to show the causes of death and the jewelry and gifts inside the wrappings. The mummies date from about 5,500 to 800 years ago. The exhibit will run until April 22nd. A Loyola student put our university on the map when he was chosen to compete in Jeopardy's college championship.
She also wrote Little Town on the Prairie. Charlie.
Who is Laura Ingalls Wilder?
Correct.
Name that car maker for 2, please.
Let's agree.
Charlie told the Loyola Phoenix he isn't an average Jeopardy fan, but he has always loved trivia. Charlie excelled in categories about cars, film and TV producer J.J. Abrams, and African Americans. Although Charlie did not make it to the semifinals, he took home $5,000.
You may soon be fighting over the remote with your dog. A new TV station offers shows tailored to our 4-legged friends. The cable network is appropriately called Dog TV and is currently only available in San Diego. Today's Red Eye reports that the station does differ from human programming. The colors are altered and the video is taken from a dog's point of view. The station's owners say they found watching TV helps stay-at-home dogs cope with separation anxiety. Dog TV is free right now, but it will eventually cost $4.99 a month. Man, my dog watching TV while I'm home, I'm jealous.
Me too. That's our news for today. Thanks for watching.
You can also find us on YouTube or at ignatian.luc.edu. Have a good day.